Hello and welcome back to another Transformers review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Titans Return Legends class, Wheelie. Now, a lot of people find this character annoying, to an extent, myself included, but I can't help but admit I do quite like the design. So, let's get into the review, starting off, as always, by taking a look at the articulation. Now, Wheelie has fairly standard articulation for a Legends class of this time period, in that he has a swivel for the neck, ball-jointed shoulders, which effectively work as universal joints. Excuse me a moment. You know, I hadn't had that happen before. Anyway, you do get ball-jointed elbows, which do kind of make the proportions look a little bit weird since they kind of sculpted it like the joint should be up above that, but yeah, that's kind of a running thing with this figure. You do technically get a rotation at the waist, though it's a transformation joint and it does kind of break the sculpt. Ball joints for the hips, basically universal movement, and ball joints for the knees, which they clearly molded a knee in here and it just kind of makes the leg look broken again. Yeah, for some reason the joints in the midpoints of his limbs don't quite match up with the sculpting, but well, what are you gonna do? That said, he can get pretty decent poses, though I haven't really done a particularly good job of showing that. Now, no accessories, so let's move on to the robot mode size comparisons. And, I mean, he's a Legends class, so pretty short. Now, let's get into his transformation, and I will warn you now, this is going to be fiddly, so bear with me. Fold this down, fold this up, uncollapse this, which actually does tab in fairly securely. Gonna want to rotate that around, and the head goes up inside like that. Just rotate the arms so that they're now vehicle pieces, and that's not a scrape, that's actually a nub as far as I can tell, because it's on this side too. Interesting molding choice, but bring that down. You're going to want to bring the wheels up and around, at that this way. And ball joints let you get away with this kind of transformation. And the nose actually tabs together like that, and these panels fold up over the toes and form the front of the vehicle. And here comes the fiddly part. Because nothing here really wants to tab together properly, you just kind of have to shove it together and hope for the best. Tab there, tab here, and straighten up these a bit more so that it actually holds together, maybe. And close this down inside, and close this down, and for this is the best you're gonna get. It's never gonna line up quite right, but basically there's Wheelie in his vehicle mode. Now, you can probably see on camera that the paint does not match the plastic very well. Not really anything you can do about that. I mean, Hasbro color matched better, but they didn't, so we're stuck with it. Also, the back very clearly has his head sticking out. I really do feel like they could have hidden that better. But from the front it looks alright. And it does actually roll fairly well. Though I do have to say that's because all four of his wheels are pinned in. Which is kind of an oddity and weird to see on a Legends class, but I am not complaining. Now, these Legends class from Titans Return actually do have a gimmick in vehicle mode, since there were Titan Masters, which was the rename for Headmasters, you can actually take one of these guys, not included, and kind of, yeah, Wheelie's not a great option because it's kind of hard to actually get them to go in. See if I can actually finagle this guy to sit down in here. Yeah, there we go. Then close this up and then close this down, and you can't see them anyway, so it's completely pointless. Some of these do it really well. Some of them you basically have to destroy the entire car to get them in there. Wheelie's kind of a middle of the road thing where it doesn't affect either of his modes, but it looks kind of awful if you actually look in there. I will say I kind of wish he pegged together a little bit better, and I do kind of feel like that may be slightly impacted by this gimmick. Anyway, let's get the vehicle mode size comparison. And, pretty nice size for Legends class. Despite mostly folding up, he does come out to a decent sized vehicle. So, to wrap this review up, I actually quite like this figure, though I do wish he came with the slingshot. I mean, no accessories at all, guys. I mean, you already had the mold from an old repaint that you did, so why didn't you include it? Regardless, this figure's pretty nice and not very expensive, and yeah, there may be a few little quirks, though that's kind of fitting for the character, so yeah, I can recommend getting this. Anyway, that's been all for this review. Be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for future reviews and watch my backlog. And as always, until next time, happy building.